Shabbat Shalom. So in this week we have two parashot, Parashat Behar and Parashat Bechukotai. There is many topics, many interesting laws that we have in the Parashat Behar and in Parashat Bechukotai, and we have the curses that God gave the Jewish people in case that they will not follow the ways. And as we know, only person that care for the other is threatening him that if will not go in the good way, he will punish him. Only father that caring for his son will tell him in this way. But I want to talk about other thing that we learning from our parasha, and it's not connected also to Lag BaOmer, but it is connected to a very important lesson in life, and it's based on an idea of the Lubavitcher Rebbe based on Tanya. That Tanya is the book of Chabad, Hasidut, that it's based on Kabbalah, that based on the Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, that he wrote the Zohar, that we're coming also 2 days from Lag BaOmer. There is a law, if we learn talking about laws of purchasing, of ownership. So in Jewish law, there is many laws, how you can own something, how you can purchase, how you can buy. What is the definition of ownership? For example, I cannot sell something to the other ones only by speaking. Some action need to be done. If I receive the money from the buyer, so maybe this would be considered an action. And if this action didn't happen, so the sale didn't happen. As we have in our, also in today's society, there is some things that if they were not done, so it means the deal is not done. If we shake hands, if we wrote, if we signed. And there is also laws what I can buy or what I can sell. So if we're talking about land, I can sell it. If we're talking about a property, like anything, I can sell it. But if I'm talking about the future things that are not existed yet. So in the laws of the Torah, there is a law that I cannot sell, I cannot buy the privilege of something that it's not here right now. I cannot buy a thing that is not here right now. For example, if I need some money and I have a tree in my garden with fruits, but the fruits are not there yet, will be fruits in the next year, but I need the money right now. So I'm calling to my friend and telling him, listen, would you want apple next year? Like kilo apples. He said yes. And I'm telling him, please pay me right now. And when the apples will grow in my tree, they will belong to you. So the Jewish law is that even though he paid the money, but there was no sale. Why? Because the apples were not there. So this is something that's not existed. Now, if we talk about something that it is existed, about the body of the thing, I'm selling the tree, I'm selling a chair, it doesn't matter what, a table. So of course you can sell it. So how we can sell something that it's not here? So for example, I can say that I'm selling the tree for its fruits. I can call my neighbor and tell him, you will want fruits next year. So I'm selling you the tree only to the matter that you will take the fruits, not do other things. You cannot cut the tree because this part of the tree, this ownership of the tree, not belong to you. So this is a detail in the Jewish law that things that are not here I cannot sell. Things that are here I can sell. I can sell some things that are not here if they are connected to something that it's physically here. For example, future fruits that will come from this tree. So I'm selling you this tree regarding the fruits that will come from him. This is a law in the Talmud, not regarding to the philosophy of Torah, not regarding to the to Hasidut, but the Torah is one. And that's why many times we can learn one thing and then go to a deeper layer in the same thing and look in a different glasses to the same topic and to see it deeply and what we can learn from it. So the Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, is explaining this law that about buying and selling and reminding us something very important. I am the owner of my body and everything that belongs to me. I can sell everything that belongs to me that they will transfer from my ownership to a different owner. Basically, this is our mission in life. We're taking anything in the world, everything that we touch, everything that belongs to us, and we uplift them to the higher owner, the owner of the world. We reveal how everything in the world, we selling them to God. We're revealing the goodness in them. Also, I have my physical body that it belongs to me, and I can try to transfer it to God. And I have the fruits, the character, my emotions, my thoughts. But they are not physical, they are not here. The future thoughts, of course, are not here. The future feelings, the feelings that I will have in 50 years, I know what I will feel towards God. I don't know. But they are connected to my body. So the righteous person, a person that is fully dedicated to God, in terms of Tanya, of Hasidut, is called the tzaddik, the full tzaddik, the person that his outside, his body and his inside is totally dedicated to serving God. This person, he can sell the fruits easily, even though the fruits are not here. He can say, I know what I'm feeling today, and I know what I will feel in 50 years. I will feel the same. Why? Because he is inside, is totally focused, totally dedicated, totally devoted to one thing, to God. All his emotions of love and fear and respect, and all his mind, all his ideas are right now and will be in the future dedicated to God. That's why this person is full holy. You have no problem to make promises about fruits that are not here, that will come in 50 years, about his thoughts and emotions. The regular person, he can only sell you what is here right now, his body. He can tell God, I don't know what I will feel tomorrow, I don't know what I will feel in 1 hour, but my body is here, and I can dedicate my physical actions and mitzvot that I will do, the good deeds that I will do. I can tell you this, I can sell you. This you can take. This belongs to you. The tefillin that I put in the morning, it belongs to God. What I felt in that moment, what I will feel tomorrow, I'm not sure. Why? Because we're not controlling fully the fruits. We're controlling our physical body. The fruits that represents things that we cannot see right now. They are not there physically. We're not controlling of them because we have the godly soul that it's there, but we have only also the natural soul that it's existed in us. That's why it's not easy to sell God everything that we got also inside. But sometimes we need to try to connect the future fruits with the body that we have. Like a person that's selling the future apples that will come from this tree, but not by selling only the fruits, also by selling the tree itself. I'm selling you the tree for the fruits that will grow up in this tree. It doesn't mean that you own totally the tree. If I'm selling my neighbor the tree for its fruits, so the sale happened because the tree is physically here, but it doesn't mean that my neighbor can cut the tree and is not responsible for the tree. Why? Because the tree stayed mine. What belonged to my neighbor is only the privilege to take the fruits after. Why? Because he owned this power of the tree that will produce the fruits. Now this regular person that want to sell something to God, he also can try to connect between the fruits and the physical body that he have. So it's true that I cannot promise you what I will feel tomorrow. That's why I cannot sell you my emotions. But the person can tell to God, if I feeling the mission, I feeling that like a messenger that got a message from someone that sent him to give a letter to his friend living overseas. Now, what he doing for his friend is giving the letter, only doing it. But when his focus, his mind and emotions towards this action, it means that what I'm devoting to God is only I can promise only my action. But I connecting my actions, my emotions and feelings to this specific action. I'm feeling the mission. I'm feeling that I'm a messenger, that I'm responsible to carry out this mission. It's not like the righteous person that he have his heart is full with love and fear and respect and his mind always focusing about connecting with God. This messenger doesn't have. But this messenger is remembering and he feeling the importance of his actions. He feeling that his life is about carrying out God's message. No, my heart is not fully there. My mind is not fully there. I'm a regular person, but I have in my on my shoulders this responsibility to carry out God's mission. It means that he sold his body, his actions to God, but he connected also some fruits in it, some things that usually you cannot sell, but because you connected your emotions, your focus, you connect them toward to the actions that you will do, so you can sell them also to God. This is how a person can sell the fruits by selling the tree in a deeper meaning. Now, let's try to understand it a little bit more. When we're talking about selling to God, when we're talking about that we're transferring something from my ownership to God's ownership, what does that mean? Now, sometimes we feel that what is our Judaism connected to? Sometimes we feel that our Judaism is connected 100% only to our actions. Now, this is correct. Actions are the most stable, strong connection with God because He asks you and you do it. We are not righteous people that all the time, even when they are not doing anything, their heart is full with love and their mind is totally connected with God. We are not there yet. We can connect with God in our actions. Now, sometimes at, a person can think to himself, so how strong is it? How much, what part from my personality is connected with God? Only my actions. It's very technical. And what I can promise to myself and to God that I will dedicate it from my personality to God. And this is the answer. The answer is that when you training yourself to feel and to understand that we are like messengers of God, that God told us, please carry out this and this message, do it. And you focusing your mind and emotions towards doing, it means that you connected some of your personality to a real connection with God. What real connection? The action. But I focusing on this connection, my emotions and my mind. And that's how I connecting also our inner feelings and parts in my personality to a real connection with God, that this is the mitzvah that God told us to do. And not only that, this is our purpose, to connect parts and parts from our personality to a real connection with God, that it's done by learning Torah and doing the mitzvot, like a master asking his servant, please pour me some water. So this servant did fully what his master asked him. It means that he is now connected with his master by this action. That's how we can be connected fully with God, that He asks us to do something and we're doing it. And we putting in there also some emotions and understanding in every action that we're doing, and we're connecting more and more parts in us to a real connection with God. Of course, in addition to that, we need to learn and to understand and to develop understanding of what we're doing. That's why we're learning Torah. And both of those things are connecting also the common people and the common emotions and understanding to God. So this is one law, learning in a deeper way, law that coming from one of the laws in our parasha. And if we learn it in a deeper way, we understand something to take for ourselves. Again, what is the law? The law is that a person can sell only physical things, not something that it's not exist. But if I sell something, some privilege in a physical thing that exists right now, I can add to it something that will come later. For example, I'm selling you this tree to its fruits. So I did not say that now you're the owner of the tree, but you will have the fruits because you bought some part of this tree. The same thing with the Jew. There is a Jew that is the owner of the tree. He's totally owner of all the feelings that he have inside, all the emotions, all the understanding that he have in his body, because he is that tzaddik, he's the righteous person. He can sell God everything to transfer to from his personality to God's personality. It's not a problem. He can transfer emotion. He can tell God, all my emotions belong to you. There is the common person that he cannot sell God all his emotion. He's not the owner of what he got, because he got things that he cannot sell, thoughts that he doesn't want, emotions that he doesn't want. That's a problem. He can tell God, I can sell you only the mitzvot that I'm doing, only the physical actions, Now, this person can tell God, it's true that I can tell you only the physical actions that I'm doing, but I will add to those actions some parts of my personality, of my feelings, of my thoughts. I will add them to the actions that I'm giving you. And this is how I connecting more and more parts in my personality to what I'm doing. Shabbat Shalom.